Welcome back to Box Office Brawl here at Scrumptious Unscripted. I am your host, Kat, who is about to punch that sucker, the good Sir Pappy, right down on the mat.
Because I'm too good for you. You're just upset because I picked the better movie.
Oh, is that it? Okay.
Yeah, no, that's what it is.
So, let me premise this episode for you. We picked our favorite found footage horror films from the last 5 years. So I kind of skirted right in on that restriction, and my choice was Grave Encounters from 2011.
And my choice was VHS from 2012, which not only brought back the wonderful fact that, yes, you can found footage and not suck, but you can also anthology and not suck. Because anthologies are basically dead since the 80s, especially where horrors were concerned. You know, we had Tales from the Crypt, Tales from the Dark Side, and then...
Hey, don't forget you got Snoop Dogg's Hood of Horror.
I didn't forget. I didn't mention.
Well, I did.
So anyhow, that's my little right there. I'm already 2 for 1. What do you got?
Oh, you're going for the twofer.
Yeah.
Well, my twofer is that this movie is kind of a episode filming of a fake Ghost Hunters show, and it's everything you wish would happen on Ghost Hunters.
Especially in more recent seasons.
Yeah. So, there's my twofer here, is that it is a found footage film based on a television crew filming a TV show in a haunted asylum.
So you got layers.
Yeah, I've got the Onion film over here, many layers.
All right, so what I want to poke a hole in yours is that yours is kind of boring for the first half, and you can't argue this. One of your cast of characters is kind of a giant douche.
Oh, total douche. There's no argument there. Like, he's a total D-bag. But to me, that added to the, like, authentic feel. And I didn't mind the slow build in it because they set you up so you were watching, like, a television show being recorded. So for it having built up to things just getting super effed, and they got super effed,
not gonna argue
that. I was okay with that because I wouldn't expect him to walk in and as soon as the door closes, everything's gone mad.
If that happened to Super Douche, I would have been fine. Like, if just 5 minutes of the movie was just suddenly craziness and then he was gone and then we went on to the slow build, I wouldn't have really complained too much. But now, in my defense for VHS, what I do like sometimes is the idea that we can have shorts to build around a larger narrative, because you can still build, but you don't have to 45-minute build. You know, there are parts of this anthology that did have a build to the payoff, but because the whole short was only 10, 15 minutes long, I got 5 minutes of build, not 45.
Yeah.
What I will concede is the overarching story in VHS is terrible. The reason I know you would want to bring it up, so I'm just going to beat you to the punch. It's shit.
Oh, okay. You can't even let me have my fun and be like, but all that segue footage between the shorts is just the worst.
I can't defend that at all. And what I will also concede that with an anthology, they need to be good. If you have a super weak showing, then it's going to drag down the whole movie. However, I don't think any of these were super weak. I think there was definitely a bottom and a top, but I don't think the bottom got down here like in VHS 2 and 3.
Yeah, no, we're not talking about sequels here. We're talking about straight originals.
Just comparisons, that's all. Now, what would you say on yours is the big... What's the big moneymaker right there? What makes yours so good?
The big moneymaker for me is how they went about using the claustrophobic area and the exceptional use of handycam. Like, you have shaky cam moments in that, but only when they're justified. It's not just shaky cam all day long. Like, they get spooked, and yeah, you're going on a ride with the camera. But the spooks in it, too, were what really got me, because some were predictable, others totally off the wall. Like, mild spoiler, there's a scene with a bathtub, and the bathtub is empty, flips over, and then all of a sudden, like, gallons and gallons of blood are going everywhere. Like, it was clever use of camera work for being that found footage
I think what
demo.
this says between this and always watching is if you're going to do a found footage movie, it's best to do a found footage with a pretense to have a professional film crew.
Unless you're as above, so below.
So anyhow, for me, it's the opening closing of VHS that really sold it to me. The first video, Amateur Night, with the drunks, the idiots, let's do drugs, let's party, let's get these women back, and then that slowly unfolds into holy shit. It's like, I don't go clubbing, and after watching that, glad I never went
I
clubbing.
don't want to go clubbing.
And then the closer, 10/31/98, even you've admitted that the practical or the special effects in that closing with the Halloween, the hands, were pretty damn good and pretty creepy. I will say that I think that is creepier to me than the ending of Grave Encounters. Or else why would I pick this, you know?
Well, yeah, no, the ending was definitely slower paced in Grave Encounters because you had already hit your climax. That's going to be the difference between a full-length feature and a compilation. Is they can save that, like, all-in, high-energy short for the end, but in a movie like Grave Encounters, like, you've already hit your apex.
Yeah.
And you're kind of winding down from there.
I'm not going to deny it. I liked the story of Grave Encounters. I just didn't like the douchebag. But for story purposes, it's always nice to have one person in the audience will applaud when they die.
Yeah, no, you kind of, especially in those group, scenarios, you always have to have the one person where it's like, they're going to seem logical for a hot second, and then it's just like, they'll be like, yeah, no, guys, we have to get out of here. And then as soon as some, like, boogeyman starts coming, they're the first person to, like, push the girl with glasses down on the floor and keep booking it,
Yeah.
You have to have your one, obligatory just a-hole.
Your wild card.
Yeah.
Basically. Yeah, that's a fair point. So what I'm going to say here, and tell me if you agree.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to say that we both win because I cheated and chose an anthology, which can't be properly compared to a full-length feature film.
I accept the terms of this is a tie. This is a draw.
Is us both talk. Basically, we both just got the chance to talk about two awesome movies that you guys should be seeing.
Yeah.
If you haven't already.
In one of my favorite, like, genres, because I still, as much as it pains me, and I say it pains me because I will watch anything in this genre.
She will.
And that is painful physically sometimes. I think there's a huge, huge place for found footage within the horror community. I just wish it was used for better. It's like making a nuclear bomb, and it's like, I hope they use it for good.
You heard my screed on a recent video about how I think found footage should take its time off, and I think by both of us picking our favorite in the last 5 years right at the beginning of that gap, I think that also says... It's not to say
that there weren't contenders that are more recent, but if we're going with my favorite...
But within the last 5 years, it's a bummer that nothing has come in. 5 years is a long time for film. There should have been something better, or at least as good, within the last 5 years. That's the down note I want to leave it on my end.
Okay, well, on the up note, I'm gonna try and leave it on an up this week, and say that there were definitely contenders that were 2014, 2015 for me. But when we're saying, okay, pick your favorite, I think I have to go further back for me because I can see where that movie has influenced what I would have picked from 2014, 2015. So,
Well, if we're going back, I would have picked Cannibal Holocaust from 1980, and I still don't think it's been topped. But it's because I'm a crotchety old bastard.
yeah. Oh, go have some, oyster crackers and ginger ale.
There's my close.
Yes. So, with that fun factoid right there, I deem that a separate victory. Thank you, everybody, so much for watching. If you have a suggestion on what you want to go head-to-head in this box office brawl, leave it in that comment section down below. And as always, if you like what you see here, leave a subscribe. It's for free. We do this for you.
And to make fun of each other, but
Well, that's just a side bonus. Every job has to have its perks.
And on that note, I'm gonna go be Perky.
Yay, Perky! So we'll see you week after next, everybody. Take care. Bye.